Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Monday, November 11th, 11/11. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. The new facial recognition system is officially coming online at the Phuket International Airport on Sunday, December 1st. And last week, the Phuket governor got a chance to test the system out himself. The new biometric system is set to come into use for international passengers on December 1st at the Phuket International Airport, along with 5 other international airports around Thailand, including Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Hat Yai, and both international airports in Bangkok. The new system allows passengers to register in one of 2 ways, either by notifying airport staff at the check-in counter, who will use a ticket scanner to enter passengers' data, or by using the airport's automatic self-check-in machines. Once registered, passengers' facial data is securely stored in the form of a token and used solely for the current journey. Passengers registering via self-check-in must use a smart card ID or passport, while those registering at airline counters may use any government-issued ID recognized by the Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand. For minors, compliance with Thailand's Personal Data Protection Act, the PDPA, requires parental consent for children under 10 years old, while those over 10 may register independently. The move comes just as officials at the Phuket airport confirm that there are more flights now, 300 flights daily. This number is a return to pre-COVID levels, although the airport can reportedly handle up to 600 flights daily. Airport General Manager Monchai Tanod confirmed that right now, the airport currently welcomes about 30,000 international passengers daily, and 17,000 to 19,000 domestic passengers per day. These numbers are just slightly less than pre-COVID levels. Still, the airport is said to see an expansion over the next few years, with plans to allocate over 6 billion baht for a bigger international terminal, which when completed would increase the airport's capacity to 18 million passengers per year. The expansion plan is currently in the design phase, expected to take about 1 year, and construction is scheduled to begin after 2026 and take about 3 years to finish. Meanwhile, plans for the 80 billion baht Andaman International Airport in neighboring Phang province are still in the feasibility study phase. While this airport is still several years from the beginning of construction, it would cover more than 7,500 rai of land and include 2 runways. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Officials in Phuket City Municipality have confirmed that a new deal has been signed to upkeep the island's only working public incinerator for the next 15 years. And it comes as another incinerator is built on the same site in Phuket town's Sapan Hin area. Phuket's original incinerator, located in Sapan Hin, treats the trash from all municipalities on the island and has been in use for over 15 years. Right now, however, the incinerator has a capacity to dispose of 700 tons of trash per day. But the Sapan Hin landfill exceeds the capacity of the incinerator by about 200 to 300 tons per day. And with the growing population of Phuket and increasing number of tourists, this is only going to increase. Officials expect that this upcoming tourist season will see as much as 1,500 to 1,800 tons of waste per day. This prompted officials to approve the construction of a second incinerator. However, construction of this new incinerator is expected to be done in 2 years' time, and Phuket Town Mayor Saroj Ankanapilas, during a signing ceremony late last month, stated that while the construction is ongoing, a new agreement with the existing operator of the incinerator is crucial for waste management on the island. PJT Technology Co. Ltd. is the operator of the Sapan Hin incinerator, and the head of the company, along with Mayor Saroj, together inked the new 511 million baht deal that would allow them to manage the community waste incinerator for another 15 years. The existing and original contract states that as long as PJ Tech Co. Ltd. passes the evaluation in all conditions, then Phuket City Municipality must first give them the contract. In addition, Phuket City Municipality has been handed 35 million baht from the cabinet in Bangkok to expand the landfill area in Sapan Hin, and they're adding 5 million baht on top of that for a total of 40 million baht for this project, though Mayor Saroj did not disclose by how much land it would be expanded. Mayor Saroj highlighted the importance of reducing the amount of waste that each person on the island produces, saying, quote, "If the amount of waste can be reduced, it'll also help reduce the budget for waste management each year. This budget can be used to develop the city and improve the quality of life in other aspects. Every citizen is important. If everyone helps to manage waste to reduce the problem of overflowing waste in the city, Phuket City Municipality sees solving the waste problem in the long term, about 10 years. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Green plate taxi drivers in Phuket are angry that fines of 2,000 baht each is coming down on them for simply accepting fares through ride-hailing applications and are calling for changes in the law so they can legally use these apps for their livelihoods. The law currently states that green plate taxi drivers must be specifically registered for tourist or business transport, which prohibits them from providing app-based services. Several green plate taxi drivers gathered at Sapanhen's Central Stage parking lot last week, calling for amendments to the law so they can use ride-hailing applications like Grab, InDrive, and Bolt, just to name a few. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many of them used the apps to get work, and authorities at the time turned a blind eye to it. But because the law forbids them from doing it, they say that authorities now have begun targeting drivers who continued using the apps, fining some of them up to 2,000 baht per fare that they accept. It's caused a ton of frustration among these green plate taxi drivers, and they're calling on provincial authorities to consider their livelihoods and provide a feasible pathway for continuing app-based services within the law. Acha Buachan, the chief of the Phuket Land Transport Office, in response to these protests, advised that drivers who are interested in working through these ride-hailing applications should register their vehicles as Type 18, a designation allowing electronic hire services legally. According to the latest notice issued by the PLTO on October 24th last month, the legal ride-hailing applications for Thailand include Hello Phuket, Grab, AirAsia Super App, Robinhood, Bonku, Asia Cab, Bolt, and InDriver. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. You see your pressure just before you break a bone.
In the search of a registered taxi being driven by a 30-year-old Thai national, police found loads of methamphetamine pills and crystal meth alongside with a loaded gun. The driver was also found to be driving while intoxicated on meth and faces several charges. 30-year-old Thai national Jakrit Kongsawat was arrested at the Talang intersection in the heart of Talang town, according to authorities. Though the time and date of his arrest was not confirmed. Still, in their search of his vehicle, police found 363 yaba pills, 72.3 grams of crystal meth, and a loaded .38 caliber revolver. They also seized a digital scale, several resealable plastic baggies, and other drug paraphernalia, according to authorities. Police did say that Jakrit was driving a yellow-red Toyota taxi, which was registered as a taxi, and while they seized the vehicle and his mobile phone, authorities could not confirm whether he was a registered taxi driver or if he was just using the vehicle for personal reasons at the time of his arrest. He faces several charges, including illegal possession of a firearm, possession of Category 1 narcotic with intent to sell, carrying a firearm in public without permission, and operating a vehicle while under the influence of methamphetamine. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The axe-wielding man who attacked his employer last weekend in Chalong, he's been arrested in Talang over the violent assault. Police in Talang arrested 41-year-old Ekachai Bunluen at about 7:30 a.m. this past Saturday. He was arrested on Tepkasatri Road in the Mu 1 area in Sri Sutorn under an arrest warrant issued in Chalong over last week's attack that was caught on CCTV. Ekachai was caught on video attacking his 60-year-old employer with an axe on November 2nd outside the employer's home. The man's now ex-employer told police at the time that he hired Ekachai to do some physical labor on his property, but he was lazy. When he returned to ask for more work on the day of the attack, he was refused. Allegedly, Ekachai then attempted to steal his ex-employer's wallet, which was what led to the physical encounter. The victim suffered injuries to the back of his head in the attack. Ekachai is now being accused of attempted murder, theft, and carrying a weapon without reasonable cause. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thank you so much for joining us here today on this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.